Sit down. So. There we go. That way we can have on camera that we're sailing.
Does that telescope out your tiller?
Yeah, I can lock it down. That one broke yesterday.
Okay.
But this
no,
side here works.
that's going to be your lifesaver right there. That's your autopilot.
Yeah.
And so what you can do is have that adjusted so that it's straight. And then when you tack, you can pop loose your jib sheet on the
Do that part first.
And what we usually do is as the sail, as soon as it starts to flap, we loosen this one and start pulling on that one and guide it over, and it actually stays kind of powered up all the way through the stern. Okay. But I'm not used to your boat enough to know.
Yeah.
And
also
that's when we have two people.
Yeah, and one of my concerns, these lines are going to get replaced with a single line. Did you see those clips on there?
Uh-huh.
They get hung up on the shaft that comes out for the boom.
Yeah. Oh, for your rollers.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I didn't put the pin back in to keep the boom from sliding out, which it probably won't because the mast is holding it in.
Okay, there's a pin. I don't know how that works, but there's a pin back there.
And that's probably why we're not hanging up, because it usually hangs up on the pin.
Oh. So I wonder if there's some sort of cover or something with that.
Once I change those to just line instead of those things, then the line will flip right over it.
Yeah, probably so. If you put a clove hitch in there and take a needle and thread and put a few stitches through it so it can't slide, then it'll be a much smoother knot. You know how to tie a clove hitch? You have to look it up.
See that right there? Right on the side of that?
Oh, there you go. I bet it's on there.
What I'll do is I'll look in there for a close hitch and then I'll do it.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You just do this and that. It looks like that.
Okay.
It looks like
Oh,
this.
yeah. Okay.
And
That's
if you
perfect,
put that side in there, it'll feed.
Okay.
But I would take a needle and thread and sew this
Stitch it. Okay.
because this has a tendency to slip.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So am I too far?
Yep, you need to turn that way a little bit. As soon as it starts luffing like that, you turn too hard into the wind. There we go. And then sometimes when you lose your speed, it makes your bow blow off. And so you might, I wonder, no, we'd have to ease the jib in order to keep the bow from blowing off, and put just the jib on more of a beam reach, like we're sailing more downwind.
Yeah.
And then as we start to pick up speed, we can tighten it up again. Okay, ready to tack?
Ready to tack.
So this is how we use it. See how I didn't do a very good job, but
that's pretty,
if you do both of them at the same time, you can, and now, okay, so now what we do is use this off, and then as you start being able to turn where you want to go, we tighten it up a little bit as we go. And your boat is a little bit peculiar in that it tends to like to do that, but I think having not such a big jib will do a couple of things for you. One, you won't have as much power up front, and you'll be less likely to get blown off like that. And two, you have a lot less line that has to go around the mast. So the other thing because if you turn too far, you're going to block the wind from the jib with your mainsail, and it'll start flapping. And that means your mainsail is within about 10 or 15 degrees of flying over to the other side. Okay? So go ahead and do it, and see how far downwind you can go.
And you can stop this, didn't it?
No, it's the apparent wind.
Okay.
See, the wind is coming behind us, but we're going this way also. It's like riding a bicycle.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
It
that's what-
feels like it's.
Yeah,
Slower.
because our 5-mile-an-hour wind or whatever it is,
Yeah.
our boat's going 3 miles
Now
an
we
hour.
lost the wind.
Okay, so now turn back this way,
Okay.
right about there, and it'll fill.
Okay.
Okay, so that's,
And we're also going with the current.
yes, but there's not that much current. What it is the apparent wind. When you're sailing into the wind, it feels like it's windy as hell. And when you're
Yeah.
sailing with it,
Okay.
it feels dead calm.
Gotcha. Okay.
And when you're sailing on a beam reach, perpendicular to the wind, you still feel quite a bit of wind, but it doesn't feel like, not quite as much like this
Yeah.
intense.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now let's jibe, and what we're going to do is go over there towards that highway, and we're going to have to switch the jib, but we're also going to have to watch how this mainsail comes around. What I like to do
Yeah.
is pull it
Gotta
over
give it a
here,
little
ease it out, pop this jib loose, tighten this one, about like that.
Okay. So now I got to go a little further to fill
No,
that.
no,
other
go
way?
to the right. Let me let this out nice and far, right about there.
Okay.
And usually what it does, some people will put a whisker pole out there
Right.
to hold it out.
Yeah.
But single-handing it, forget it. You're
Yeah,
not going to ever
okay.
do that. Okay,
now
so
I've
now you
lost
need to
it.
turn this way a little bit. And we're not really sailing straight downwind. We're really on a broad reach, which means
Right,
the wind is
gotcha.
coming over the corner
Yeah.
of the boat. But yeah, trying to do it all by yourself, you're gonna just have to practice it
Yeah.
and work out where the bugs are and try to
Yeah.
figure out how to get those
Yeah.
wrinkles out, because it's a lot to do.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's like I told my girl when she gets here, she's gonna be running the tiller, and I'll